As worship musicians, we use the word worship a lot. But what exactly is worship? We know what worship is not. Worship is not an instrument. The piano or the guitar by itself cannot worship. Worship is not an activity. Singing or dancing by itself is not worship. Worship is not a creative work. A song or a spoken word is not necessarily worship. And worship is also not an environment. It isn't a stage and lights and an audience and famous worship leaders. There are many environments like that that don't have an ounce of worship present. And so what exactly is worship? According to the scriptures, worship is a condition of the heart. The Hebrew and Greek words for worship mean to ascribe the highest worth, to revere, honor, and love. And that can only be done from the heart. And so as we look at the scriptures, we find that worship is three things. Worship is, first of all, affection. In Deuteronomy 5, the Lord tells his people, "You must not make for yourself an idol of any kind, or an image of anything in the heavens or on the earth or in the sea. You must not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, who will not tolerate your affection for any other gods." So he says, don't worship them, because I don't want you giving your affection to anything else. So he says worship is affection. Secondly, worship is praise. Psalm 66 verse 4 says, "Everything on earth will worship you. They will sing your praises." So worship is affection, worship is praise, and third, worship is love. In 1 Chronicles 28, David tells his son Solomon, "Learn to know the God of your ancestors intimately. Worship and serve him with your whole heart." So he says, worship and serve the Lord with your whole heart. But now in the New Testament, you'll remember that Jesus says, love the Lord your God with all your heart. So in one place, we're told to worship with all our heart. In another place, we're told to love with all our heart, because they're the same. Worship is love. Worshiping God is loving him. So worship is affection, praise, and love. To simplify, worship is loving Jesus. And we don't need an instrument to do that. One person says that worship is turning your affection towards the Lord. And so let's do that now. Let's take a couple minutes right now to just close our eyes and just become aware of his presence. Right now, become aware that he is with you, that he is right here. Turn your eyes to him, and from your heart, just begin to give him your worship. Give him your affection, your praise, your love. And as you do that, you'll notice a peace that settles on your soul. You'll feel his presence. And that is worship. We didn't need an instrument to do that. It's not a performance. That is the heart posture that we carry with us when we touch the piano, or when we do the dishes, or when we mow the lawn, or when we go to work, or anything we do. We carry that heart of worship within us, that heart that is always connected, that always has the eyes of our heart turned to behold Jesus. We carry that heart of worship with us, anywhere and everywhere where we go. And then the activity we do, whether it's playing the piano, or singing, or doing the dishes, or taking care of a family, or whatever we do, that activity becomes an extension of our love.